first down. Wide open downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? In the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Going right to work up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. He makes the catch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Dropping back, it's Croman Hope.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. And into the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
It's just so nice to have a single ball who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
To the air on second down. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a second and long. He leaves it with his back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Mississippi State going up tempo. Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. On target. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They're really starting to build momentum. Even the deflections are going their way.
And those are frustrating because those are luck. Like you can spin it however you want, but those are just fortunate bounces. A lot of times defense in position to make a play, but we're in the second quarter, still early, no need to panic, no need to get too riled up.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Mississippi State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Spits it out to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Past the first down marker and still running. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown in the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to...
Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Leaves it with the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right on the money on the slant. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He's got him. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. Wideout trying to get it in. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your bet.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. To the air, it's Croman Hope. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. catches it at the 30. That's settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking to throw on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, the play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Still on his feet at the 45. Off to the races to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. We might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
This time they'll go to the running game.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick release by the QB. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. A sky-high punt. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same play.
Oh, he's getting it. It's reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people's.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended. Texas fight, and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more...
It's a running room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Sapp. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw. It's Croman Hope. Right on the money.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Unloads quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards.
Bring it on! Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Looking downfield on first down. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
The quick out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are. Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for the...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, 3rd and 1. We're bringing in all the beef, right? We're bringing more guys to the line of scrimmage, more guys near the ball, thinking run, run, run. How about this? They try to be coy, slip the pass in there. Defense says, no, no, no. They were ready for it. Get the big sack, get the lost yards play.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Some offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead.
Touchdown, game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking for space. It's Sapp.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass. It's Croman Hope. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, it's out! Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. The AT unit on the field.
Tell you what, as a defensive back, as a defensive player, down here near the goal line, I got to get tight on my guys. I can't give away the easy stuff like that. Too easy near the goal line for that pitch and catch.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is